In this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about Memento and why I think it's one of the strongest rogue decks because of the new support in Legacy of Destruction. It's budget friendly and the boss monster is super cool. There's a non-once per turn 5 monster negation as well as insane follow-up. What I want to say is the most underrated deck in the game right now, but with the new support in Legacy of Destruction, everything falls into place. There's a 1-card combo that sets up 5 to 10 plus disruption. In the replays, we're doing it against Unchained Yubel, which is a very prominent deck right now. It's actually taking over the OCG meta with the new Yubel fusion. So this was a good matchup and I think a good way to showcase the Memento deck going second, going first, and post siding as well. It's a very resilient deck now, and I do think with the new card, it's great going second. We'll also show a 1-card combo at the end of the video. I feel like a 1-card combo is the standard power creep for a solid rogue deck. So with that being said, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Let's get into the video. Alright guys, in this replay we are going second against Unchained Yubel Fiends, and I think this is a genuine rogue deck, or rather even a tier 1.5 tier 2 deck, just because of that new Yubel monster. There's just so many options. You're seeing it here, guys, there's so many options this deck has. Luckily we draw the hand traps and we can see our hand as well. I want to show you guys how we play through this interesting board. For starters, get that prosperity out the way. The opponent also has an Imperm face down. Let's see what we dig out from the deck. Fracture Dance, Tatsu, and Imperm, the perfect answer. Because like I said, we have the 1-card combo already, so we're not fast. We are not scared of the blue dog because of the Memento fusion. And Tatsu is extremely important, but we are playing around that by fusion summoning it away, so the opponent can't use the blue dog's link effect. And then they Imperm the Thunder Dragon. So 2 very crucial cards have been disrupted, but we still managed to win through this. So let's keep going with the replay. Let's find out what we get up to. And yes, use the Memento fusion spell to destroy the Thunder Dragon, search the Bone Party, which gets us anything we want. And now because Thunder Dragon was destroyed, it can special a Memento from grave. So we've just gone from an Imperm and a blue dog interruption into finding exactly those 2 cards popping off. So we're not going to miss the 2 added monsters from the deck to the hand with the Thunder Dragon. The most important effect was bringing back Tatsu, and you're about to see why. We're going to destroy this and dump all the important level 1s. Gatti can come back and add Creation back to the hand. Not the end of the world why you should have added this card, but it doesn't matter too much at the end of the day because we are still going to pop off here. We get to bring back the Mace. In this case, I believe Mace will search the field spell, and now we get to destroy something with the Bone Party, search the Trihorn Dragon. And now because they used Escape the Unchained, they're going to destroy the field spell. We can't use that interaction, but I think that's okay. We still have Creation ready to special summon. We're doing that right now. So in the process, what we did lose was the field spell recursion setting the Cranium Burst. We never got to dump it because it fizzled. That's unfortunate, but we still have a 5k boss monster on the board, and when the opponent activates a card or effect, we get to special another monster from the graveyard. So that was in the damage step. That's why I couldn't interact with the blue dog coming back. They search a really strong card, and that's very annoying for me to see. Unfortunately though, for them, we have the Anguish into Mace. You love to see it. Mace can steal the blue dog and Nightmare Pain cannot work. So very happy about this interaction, and then the opponent conceded. Now that was us going second into a, I want to say, decent Fiend Unchained board past disruption, being disrupted at the choke points as well. And just goes to show why Memento Fusion is a huge power spike for the deck. Alright guys, in game number 2, the opponent is going first. We managed to Ash Blossom the Red Lotus, and then they have a Super Bully set down. That's quite scary. We draw 3 DD Crows, but we find the 1-card combo, guys. Let's get started. We're going to do Tatsu, send the 3 monsters again. Gatti can special itself, can add a Memento card to the hand. Again, it's very filler what you add. It's not really that important. The point is Mace can special from the Anguish, search the Memento fusion spell, and then go into the Thunder Dragon. Add 2 names to the hand, Trihorn and Creation. Goblin can dump 2 cards as well. We search the field spell. Going second like you saw in game 1. You can also play around the opponent's board and still end on this, which I love. So there we go with Summon Cranium Burst. Unfortunately, it's possible we may have messed up part of the combo, and I'm having a look, and I think we did, because Trihorn being destroyed by the Goblin was the part of the combo we missed. So you can see how crucial that would have been for us to OTK, but it doesn't matter because the opponent is summoning the Yubel monster. But because they summon something, Creation can special from the graveyard. So let's see what we bring out. Of course, they have a Super Poly. Now we want to banish the Yubel monster. That's why we summon Thunder Dragon. Any Memento that destroys a monster by battle is banished, but they still get a special in the damage step the regular Yubel, and this is where things take a turn for the worst. They have a Super Poly in hand, and then yeah, that is really sad to see. We get to banish Shiyama just in case they have any follow-up. They have the Yubel fusion, and from here it's top deck wars for us. We actually have insane follow-up. We just need a Memento name. So let's just kind of skip forward and see what happens. We draw another very strong card, but we need a Memento name. And it's getting concerning now. The opponent has even more bodies on board. They have follow-up as well. They get a free spread summon on our turn. And it doesn't look good from there, guys. So that is the end of that replay. We do get to still disrupt them, but they do have enough damage. Final game of the best of 3 set. We're of course playing Tikaboo because everything is a different type. Perfect card for this archetype. It looks like we didn't find the field spell, but we have a Tikaboo and a Memento fusion. And we have a cool buy. I think we should be winning this game. Again, we get to search the Mace with the Anguish because they activate something. Creation does that. They get to do a nice trigger here with the escape. We get to do Tikaboo to stop the escape. They activate the new card in Legacy of Destruction, which is great for the Yubel decks, a generic searcher. We get to summon an SP. Now, I feel like I misplayed here. I think I should not have summoned SP Little Knight. I think I had better options. It's possible I should have done the Mace effect, keep the Anguish on the field, and then Underworld with the Aruha. I was afraid if I reset the monster on their board, they could summon another Fiend. Anyways, let's go ahead with the replay. We did make a slight misplay there. They get to special in the damage step with the trigger effect happening in the damage step as well. We sadly cannot negate this. And that's what's so frustrating about this. They broke our Tikaboo. That's what makes this deck even more interesting. Let's keep going through though. We're going to stop the Nightmare of Pain. Very broken card in the Yubel deck. Call by the Grave on the lowest. You'll love to see it. And from here, we get to do a Memento fusion just for further resources. Let's add some Mementos to our hand. We of course want to get ready for the next turn with Tatsu and special as well. Can't forget that. This and a level 7 Latron can make His Angel as well. Let's find the Bone back, getting ready for the opponent. Now, I'm not sure if it was programmed wrong because Mirror has a similar text, but if a Memento monster was to die by battle, I feel like Memento Bone back should be able to be triggered. But we don't see that happen in the replay. So you're going to see why I made an attack that looks quite strange. But anyways, let's continue. Let's special Tatsu from the hand with Creation. Let's summon the Dark Blade, get rid of Nightmare Pain. Very handy at the moment. Again, the classic Tatsu combo, add Gatic, Gatic add Good Witch. And then we get to destroy that, special the Witch gets to add from hand, which is Trihorned. Yep, there's Trihorned. And then we get to just go crazy here, guys. This is going to add any Memento card. Let's add the Field spell. And from here, like I said, we are crushing in, expecting the Bone back to work, similar to how Mirror Jade works with his effect. For some reason it doesn't, and let me know in the comments what the reason for that is. And we do have a second creation in the deck as well. I made sure of that. But let's keep going in the replay. Again, because of the Twin Thunder Dragon, we can banish any monster destroyed by a battle with a Memento. We got absolutely crazy, guys. Let's summon another twin-headed Thunder Dragon. Let's go for more added monsters, more creations, Thunder Dragon specials, the field spell specials, so many things happening. We get to destroy the back row, the trigger effect on normal and special. We get to special with the creation. You get to see, guys, you get to see the point of how this deck can really snowball once it gets going. And I think with that new 1-card combo, I think it's time for this deck to actually be taken seriously. And then we do a nice little OTK because of the Memento Bone Party Banish effect, giving a piercing effect to the creation. Great example of why Memento is a solid rogue contender. I don't think there's going to be tier 1, but it's got the 1-card combo, guys. I feel like if a deck has a 1-card combo, it meets the requirements for a solid rogue deck. It has ways to play through things going second. Prime examples of the Rest Race effect happening for Memento. So there we go, guys. Let's move on to the combo now. I'll show you guys what you can expect and how we perform that. Alright, guys, so in this 1-card combo, I'm going to show you guys what is possible with Memento Darkblade. This can also work with Memento Anguish, and there's other ways to find those 2 cards. So let's go ahead. Let's get started with Darkblade. We can normal summon this. It's not on summon, so you're going to destroy it as an ignition to special the Anguish from deck. Anguish will search the Tatsu. Tatsu will destroy itself and dump 3 important Memento monsters in the graveyard, which levels equal to or are lower than Tatsu or the monster you destroy with Tatsu's effect. And because Gatic went to the graveyard by a Memento card, that means we can special it, which is quite nice. You can of course on summon add a Memento card from the grave to the hand. That's quite important. I do wish this card had a bit more utility though. And then the next important part, very important, is Anguish destroying a Memento on field to special one from the graveyard. We get to special the Mace, and Mace is the MVP. It gets to search any Memento card. We get to search the new card, Memento Fusion in Legacy of Destruction. You get to shuffle materials from the graveyard if a Memento was destroyed by a card effect. That is insane because this doesn't limit you to Memento Fusions. You can summon Guardian Chimera, you can summon Dragon Stipelia, Garura, or Mundragon. A lot of options. But obviously the reason why we're playing this is to summon the Twin Dragon, which on summon will destroy a Memento on the hand or field, and search 2 different names from the deck. This deck does lose to draw Knockbird, unfortunately, with the new support, but you know, we can't beat everything. We are a casual rogue deck after all. So on summon, we're going to destroy the Gatic and search these 2 monsters. If 3 or more defense monsters on the field, we can special Trihorn. You'll love to see it. Fusion can also pop itself, or rather banish itself, to pop a Memento monster and then add a Memento spell or trap, which is usually the field spell. If a Memento is dropped by a battle or card effect, special a different one with a lower level from the graveyard. Every of your end phases, it will place a Memento spell or trap in the back row. That's important as well for the recursion. So let's keep going. Because the Twin Dragon was popped, by the way, you can also special a Memento from the graveyard, so it has the field spell effect built into it. Very, very powerful card, a prime example of the stuff we need for Memento. Goblin is insane because we get to dump 2 Memento spell trap cards. But the way we do this, guys, this is, I want to say, quite crucial because it gives you an extra body for the IP Masquerena, is you special Trihorn, you pop Trihorn with the Goblin, and then because that happened, the field spell triggers to bring one back from grave. In the process, we are dumping 2, I want to say, very important spawn trap cards. The field spell will set the Cranium Burst at the end phase. That is a must. But I like to add Bone back, and I am testing this card just because of the amount of interruption you'll see going second, for example. This could be a going second card to cheat out Cranium Burst. But I'm testing out, and I thought it was quite nice to add in here. You can also dump something else like the Memento Fusion spell. A lot of options you can do. But let's keep going. Because of the Memento Field spell, we got to summon another body, make the IP Masquerena. That's quite important. And now you're seeing here we have successfully specialed the Cranium, or the Creation. Now the cards I shuffled in the graveyard were really important. Darkblade is a ST interaction, provided you have other cards in your hand. But the important one is actually Anguish, because on summon we'll search a Memento monster, which is usually the Mace, which when Creation is on the field and you discard it, you can steal it once the opponent controls. Very, very strong effect when you combine it with IP, other monsters on the field, because the Anguish was summoned. You can make Underworld as well, which is quite cool. And there we go, the end phase effect that keeps recurring. I feel like if you can't stop the Memento deck on its first turn, it will outgrind you, because that's what the deck does. The opponent is going first. They're going to try and take out the back row. We're going to negate it by reducing the attack and defense of Creation. Because their card effect was activated, we special Anguish. Anguish adds the Mace. Mace can take control of something. And in this case, the opponent should have something else on the board. Let's make an Underworld, SP Little Knight. We can make a Appaloosa. You get the point, but now this is a solid 1-card combo. Let's count this as 5 interactions. We have the potential Darkblade interaction to destroy a spell or trap. We have, of course, the Anguish as well to add the Mace, which is another interaction. We have the IP into SP, another interaction there, or turn it into an Appaloosa with way more interactions. You get the point. If they have a monster effect reliant board or strategy, they're not going to win, because Creation and Cranium is absolutely busted. So when they enter the battle phase, they have to attack the highest stat monster, and they have to attack with everything. So something that players will trip up on. And this is my deck profile, guys. We've got 2 Creation because we're taking advantage of Bone back. Even though this is a one of, I believe in trying this card out, I think it'll be quite fun to special 2 of them. One of the Trihorn, it's not the best card. It's very inconsistent, but it's a name that's important. It's a free special, that's also important. Tatsu, you could say, is also the 1-card combo in some way, but also the Darkblade, of course. We're running 2 Gatic because of the dump effect, adding a Memento card from grave to hand. I think this should be taken out for a Mace, or you could try a second field spell, second Bone back. But this is what I like for now. I'm just testing second Gatic. And then we have, of course, the 1 field spell, which I'm going to say, you know, post Legacy of Destruction, the deck is way more consistent. You don't need more than 1 field spell. But I feel like if you run more than 1 copy, you'd have to rely on searching it, which makes the rest of your combo easier. Because, of course, as we all know, Creation is the boss monster, the only reason why you're playing this deck. So make sure you get into him as quickly as possible. 3 of the Memento Fusion, powerful card. You can bring out Guardian Chimera, Dragostapelia, all the fusion good stuff. You could even try Branded in Memento, and I did try that myself as well. Just when you do that, make sure to summon your Tatsu combo first, because this needs Mementos or nothing at all on the field. 3 of the Bone Party, 1 Bone back. Again, I'm testing Bone back out. I believe this card, I think it's quite cool. I think it might just be a going second card though. Keep that in mind. Fracture Dance, which is also blackout, is supposed to work with Trihorn, but at some point the field spell can only set so many back rows. So I feel like it's kind of diminishing return to have so many. In the grind game, you can of course search this with the fusion spell, which is quite important. 3 Prosperity, which is basically engine, helps us find the engine, which is important. Rota to search Darkblade, which is a 4th Darkblade. 1 for 1, which in a pinch can search the Mace. And while I'm thinking about it now, if anything, I think we should add a second Mace, just because of 1 for 1. Mace is the card that adds the fusion spell, which is very important. Let's move on to the extra deck. Very standard stuff. Chaos Angel could do the Trihorn Dragon, which is level 8 with the Gatic, which is a very frequent thing. Memento Fusion options, and then a good stuff Link package. And that has been the main deck and extra deck, guys. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments down below. Stay subscribed because we're doing way more Legacy of Destruction content. We'll be showcasing the real life Memento deck profile on the Legacy of Destruction release day, which I'm very excited for. So stick around for that. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.